I like to thank God, who makes all things possible.
The insane rise and fall of Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, the name alone flashes memories of famous performances, pioneering music, and spectacular dance moves. From his modest beginnings in a small house in Gary, Indiana, to becoming the king of pop, his life was a balance of talent and complexity. But how did this boy from a family band rise to change music forever? Let's dive into the appealing story of Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was a legendary American singer, songwriter, and dancer. He was born on August 29, 1958, in Gary, Indiana, as the seventh child of Catherine and Joe Jackson. His father, Joseph Jackson, worked as a crane operator, and his mother, Catherine Jackson, was a homemaker and a committed Jehovah's Witness. Both parents had musical dreams of their own. Catherine played the piano and clarinet and once hoped to be a country singer, while Joseph was a guitarist who performed with local R&B bands. They developed their children's musical talents, with Michael starting his journey in music at just 5 years old under his father's guidance. Music ran deep in the Jackson family, and many of Michael's siblings also attained fame in the industry. These included Rebby, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, LaToya, Marlon, Randy, and Janet Jackson. Sadly, Marlon's twin brother Brandon passed away soon after birth. Even as a child, Michael stood out for his staggering charm and energy, lighting up every room with his sharp smile and glowing personality. He became one of the most popular and leading entertainers of the late 20th and early 21st centuries. Jackson, known as the King of Pop, changed the music scene in the 1980s. His influence wasn't just in singing and songwriting, he also brought innovative ideas to dance, live concerts, music videos, and production. He ended racial barriers for black artists at a time when American radio and MTV often excluded them, making it harder for their work to get attention. Michael Jackson grew up in a small house on Jackson Street in Gary, Indiana. His early life was packed with close family connections and a common love for music, though it was also shaped by his father's narrow discipline. Despite these challenges, Michael's artistic talent flashed from a young age. He spent hours singing with his siblings and preparing dance moves, showing signs of the star he would later become. His radiant personality and natural abilities made him stand out in his large family, setting the stage for his rise to fame. Michael's journey into music began at home, guided by his father, Joe Jackson, who instantly noticed the potential in his children. The Jackson household was like a music school, with the kids practicing regularly under Joe's inspiration. This headed to the creation of the Jackson 5, a group that became the basis for Michael's future success. Jackson 5 wasn't just a family band, it was the start of something big for Michael. Under Joe's management, the brothers trained vigorously and took part in local talent shows. Michael, the youngest in the group, instantly became the star thanks to his incredible voice and dynamic stage presence. These early years were crucial, as they not only emphasized Michael's talent, but also ignited his love for performing. As the Jackson 5 gained fame in their community, they caught the attention of the music industry. This led to their first big break, beginning Michael's journey to becoming an international superstar. Michael Jackson's fame increased in the late 1970s and throughout the 1980s when he began his solo career. The 1980s were his golden era, during which he absolutely changed the world of pop music. Michael wasn't just a performer, he was also a talented songwriter, with hundreds of songs to his name. His solo journey took off with his first album, Off the Wall, which was a major turning point in his career. His next album, Thriller, broke records and made history. It won 8 Grammys in one night and became the best-selling album ever. Michael's 1993 Super Bowl halftime show set a new standard for live performances, and his interview with Oprah Winfrey that same year became the most viewed interview in history. The Thriller era was a shaping moment in Michael Jackson's career, lifting him to a level of global fame no artist had gotten before. The Thriller album, released in 1982, broke records and set new standards in the music industry. It remains the best-selling album of all time, with over 66 million copies sold internationally. This success showed Michael's wisdom as both a performer and innovator, setting his position as a worldwide icon. The album's exceptional blend of pop, rock, and post-disco sounds stunned audiences across all ages, races, and cultures, making it an entire trend. This era also brought some of the most iconic moments in entertainment history. One standout was Michael's debut of the Moonwalk during his performance of Billie Jean on the Motown 25 Yesterday, Today, Forever TV special. This unforgettable move became synonymous with Michael and cemented his reputation as a masterful dancer. In 1984, Thriller earned him 8 Grammy Awards, including Album of the Year, getting its legendary status. Michael Jackson's influence continued beyond music during the 1980s. Michael also became a fashion icon during this time. His military-style jackets adorned with badges and sequins, the iconic single white glove, and even his black loafers with white socks became worldwide trends. These unique choices not only improved his performance, but also set him apart as a cultural trailblazer. Michael Jackson's career was filled with numerous awards and honors. One of his most incredible achievements came at the 1984 Grammy Awards, where he won an unbelievable 8 Grammys in a single night. This sets a record for the most Grammys ever won by one artist in one evening. Among these awards were Best Male Pop Vocal Performance and Album of the Year for Thriller, showing both the detailed and commercial success of his work. Michael also made history by being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice, first as a member of the Jackson 5 in 1997 and later as a solo artist in 2001. In 1993, he was honored with the Grammy Legend Award, further strengthening his place as one of the ultimate artists of all time. Michael Jackson's personal life was a mix of unbelievable achievements and significant challenges, especially when it came to his relationships and family. He was married twice. His first marriage, to Lisa Marie Presley, daughter of Elvis Presley, began in 1994, but ended in divorce just 2 years later. Their relationship was often in the spotlight and faced with heavy media inquiry. In 1996, Michael married Debbie Rowe, a nurse he met during medical treatments. Together, they had 2 children, Prince Michael Jackson I and Paris Michael Catherine Jackson. This marriage also ended in divorce, with Debbie giving Michael full custody of their children. Michael later had a 3rd child, Prince Michael Jackson II, nicknamed Blanket, born through a surrogate. Michael's life was under constant media focus, and this often brought challenges. The most serious controversy came in the 1990s, when he was alleged of child molestation. In 2005, he faced a highly advertised trial, but was found not guilty on all charges. While he was legally cleared, the accusations affected his reputation and personal life greatly. His fame also made him a target for rumors and severe media coverage. The 2003 documentary, Living with Michael Jackson, gave a rare and controversial peek into his private life, further fueling public interest and speculation. Michael Jackson passed away on June 25, 2009, at the age of 50, after suffering cardiac arrest at his home in Los Angeles. Despite attempts at CPR, he was rushed to the hospital but was pronounced dead later that morning. In February 2010, the coroner's report revealed the cause of death was a fatal overdose of propofol, an influential anesthetic, along with other sedatives like midazolam, diazepam, and lidocaine. Jackson had been using these drugs to help him sleep with the help of his personal doctor, Dr. Conrad Murray. Murray admitted to giving Jackson 50 milligram doses of the drug through an IV at night, and claimed he was trying to gradually reduce Jackson's use of it. An investigation found that Dr. Murray was not licensed to prescribe most controlled substances in California. It also revealed that he failed to follow proper medical guidelines for administering propofol. Key safety equipment for monitoring Jackson's condition and handling emergencies was missing. Due to these failings, Jackson's death was considered a homicide. On November 7, 2011, Dr. Conrad Murray was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter and sentenced to 4 years in prison, the maximum consequence for the charge. Michael Jackson wasn't just an artist. He was a wonder who left an extraordinary mark on the world. From the Moonwalk to Thriller, his legacy is one that will continue to stir generations. Though his life had its share of challenges, his music and artistry remain eternal. And that, as they say, is the magic of Michael Jackson.